Hey, what's going on, cigar smokers and people who are interested in smoking cigars? Welcome back to Don't Inhale, and this is another cigar review for you guys. In this smoke session, I'm going to be telling you guys about from Newman El Baton in the Double Torpedo Vitola, which is a 6 1/4 by 56 ring gauge. Once again, right off the bat, I'm going to give you the overall score. This one, I gave it a 2 out of 10. So, yeah, it was not a very enjoyable smoking experience for me personally. It's not for my palate, but, you know, try it out. Maybe you guys will like it and think I don't know what I'm talking about. But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, all of this review is based off of my palate. You know, don't take my review as, like, word. You know, you guys go and try it for yourself. I might not like certain cigars that you guys might like, or I might like cigars that you guys don't like, you know, it just vice versa. And that's the fun of cigars. But so now I'm going to break down why I gave it a 2 out of 10 for the score. So a little background information on El Baton. So, you know, originally this cigar was actually first blended in 1914 by Julius Caesar. I think it's Julius Caesar Newman. The founder of J.C. Newman, and he used Cuban tobacco in the original blend, but the cigar faded away around the 1920s, and his grandsons Eric and Bobby Newman brought El Baton back to the market in 2008, and the Bellicoso Vitola in El Baton line was actually number 14 on Cigar Aficionados top 25 of 2012. So maybe I should try the Bellicoso and I'll like it better. So this cigar, the wrapper is Nicaraguan Corojo, binder is Nicaraguan tobacco, filler is also Nicaraguan tobacco, which makes it a Nicaraguan puro. And off the, you know, fingertips, the texture was mainly smooth. There was slightly raised veins, but that's the reason why I gave it a little texture. But the overall feel of the cigar was still quite smooth, and it was firmly packed as well. The smell of the cigar gave off it was very reminiscent of a fresh pack of menthol cigarettes. Yeah, I mean, I guess better than Barnyard and Hay and stuff like from your typical cigars. But for this cigar, I chose the V-cut because, you know, it's a figurado shape to it, and it has that tapered tip, so I prefer to go with a V-cut. The cold draw gave me a taste of hay, and there was like some taste of like a paprika powder on the finish. And also the band slid off the cigar very easily, and I thought it was a good sign because, you know, people say when a band of a cigar just slides off easily, that gives signs that it's ready to be smoked and it's well aged. And yeah, unfortunately that has been dispelled, because I'll just break it down for you guys. So the initial combustion of the cigar, when I lit it up, it gave a fresh Vietnamese black coffee, but it was just that. Just the straight black coffee, nothing else. So if you guys drink Vietnamese black coffee, it's very, you know, it has a strong, robust taste, and yeah, bitter as well. The retrohale gave me the same, that coffee grounds with a cinnamon spice finish. Then I smoked through the first third. The first third of the cigar gave me this fresh cologne with the coffee grounds. And out the retrohale, it was like a pretzel bread with a slight black pepper finish. The burn line for this first third was very, very wavy. It was one of the worst burn lines that I've ever seen. And then I smoked through the second third of the cigar. So the second third gave me a stale after dinner mint chocolate bark. Like if you go to like those restaurants, and I don't remember what restaurant gives out mint chocolate, but like I think Olive Garden or something like that, they give like those little pieces of mint chocolate. Like think of that, but it's like a stale, like barely any mint chocolate to it. Out the retrohale, it gave me a stale bread with fleeting, like very fleeting notes of butterscotch, and there was some white pepper finish. And it was in the second third that the draw became kind of tight. Like I had to really work to get smoke to come out the cigar. Then I smoked through the final third of the cigar, and that bitter coffee taste just came right back in, and there was some very fleeting, stone fruit notes. And again, stone fruits, when I say stone fruits, just think of fruits with like a hard pit center, like a peach, a plum, a cherry, those kind of fruits. And out the retrohale, it gave that same coffee note, but now it was accompanied by cardboard with a stinging black pepper spice on the sinus. And it was in this final third that the cigar also broke apart. Like it just split open. So yeah, the body of the cigar was mild plus. I mean, there weren't a lot of flavors hitting the palate. It was just really one-dimensional for the most part. And yeah, that's why I gave it a mild plus for the body. Strength, I would also say, is mild plus. There was not a stinging not tobacco. There was no hard nicotine bite to it at all. And yeah, it was like mild plus. So the flavor score. For flavor, I gave it a 2 out of 10, just because, once again, this cigar was very one-dimensional and a lot of flavors that were not very good. And when I say one-dimensional, I mean, I don't mind a cigar being one-dimensional. If a cigar was one-dimensional and it tasted like caramel, butterscotch, like, I don't know, milk chocolate, almonds, all the way through, that's fine. That would be a great flavor profile. But if it's one-dimensional and it's a bad flavor profile, yeah, I gotta give it a 2 out of 10 for that. Construction wise, you heard all the things that happened. The bad burn line, the tight draw, the cigar broke apart. So construction wise, I gotta give it a 2 out of 10. It made the experience of smoking the cigar not very enjoyable. Price, $8. Man, for $8, I can name you 10 other cigars that you can buy at this price point that will give you a much better experience. So among all the $8 cigars, this fell very low on the tier of $8 cigars. So once again, I gotta give it a 2 out of 10 for price. So overall, that brought the score to a 6 out of 30, which equates to a 2 out of 10. So yeah, guys, and then the final smoking time was about 2 hours. So if you're gonna smoke this cigar, just set aside like about that much time. If you're a quicker smoker, you can probably smoke it in an hour and 45, maybe an hour and 30 minutes. If you're an even slower smoker, maybe 2 hours and 15 minutes. But about 2 hours, give yourself that window of time to really, get the full smoking experience from the cigar. And there you have it, guys. This has been a review of the JC Newman El Baton in the Double Torpedo Vitola. So go ahead, get the sticks burning, and tell me how you guys like it. But don't inhale.